What is up, Leo? How are you guys doing? It is time for your mid-month messages for February 2025. In the mid-month readings, what I am looking for is a change of timelines. That's my favorite thing to look at, man, because that's the whole point of the advice. That's the reason why I give you advice in every reading. So you can take it and use it to change your timeline. Most important part of the reading. So that's why I'm doing this video here today. Now, I do have an important announcement that just came up, okay? I'm making a temporary change to my personal reading schedule, okay? Until further notice, I'm going to be doing live weekly readings for $25, $25 live weekly readings. It's going to be very, very similar to the 2222s. It's going to take place over on my other channel once a week. And I'm doing same day 24-hour readings only right now, okay? So I don't know how long it's going to be this way. A week, a month, 6 months, I don't know. So until further notice, weekly live $25 readings and same day 24-hour readings only right now. So all the information is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, and that link is in the description. Also, for the remainder of February, I have my course in my school, How to Attract Your Life Partner. I brought that back in light of Valentine's Day for the remainder of February, okay? The link for that is in the description of the video as well. March 1st, that's going away, okay? So, all right, now let's jump into this. Let's jump on into this. Starting this off with the person from the past. Let's see if Leo is still on the same timeline with the person from the past. Is Leo still on the same timeline with the past person? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Let's see. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Temperance reversed. King of Swords reversed. All right. Well, okay. All right. Well, It's kind of feeling like this person is trying to get your attention. And it's not working. It's not working. I don't know if you all have done this before. Have you done this before where you part ways and then they just taunt you and poke you and taunt you until you finally come reach out to them? Have y'all done that before? Maybe one or two of you. Because for some reason they're thinking that their silence is bothering you so bad that you're going to come chasing after them. But it don't look like it's going down the way they're hoping it's going to go down. So I'm feeling like they're probably going to fold and crack under pressure and reach out to you. But it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. It's not really telling me why. I don't know if you're just finding somebody else or if you finally just shut the door on that in your heart. Once you close the door in your heart, fuck you. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's not really telling me. I'm kind of feeling like it's the latter rather than the former. But hey, some of you could have something new coming in. But yeah, I think they're reaching out when it's too late. When you've already decided to walk away and throw in the white towel, man. Let's see what their intentions are. What are their deepest feelings and intentions? Now this one. What's this person's deepest feelings and intentions for Leo? They want to talk to you, but they don't want to open up to you. What the fuck? You know what I think this is? They want control. They just want control. I don't know any other way to word that. They just want control. I want to talk to you, but I don't want to open up to you. I want you to come try to talk to me, but not so I can be with you, just so I can string you along because it makes me feel better about myself. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I can't. 6 of Wands reversed. Yeah. I can't get anything any deeper than that on this person. This person's not a very deep individual, are they? Some of you might be overthinking their motives and intentions. I get that a lot in personal readings. I do get that a lot. Some people be overthinking the shit out of an idiot. Don't overthink an idiot, okay? Don't do that. You're giving them way, way more credit than they deserve. Way more credit than they deserve. They're not that deep. They're not that complex. They're not that articulately thought out. So it's not like their head pops off the pillow in the morning with this big genius master plan of how they're going to manipulate you and this and that. It ain't even like that. Okay, so you know how emotional manipulation is the most brainless, spineless, primitive shit that we can do to each other. Toddlers learn how to do it to their parents. When you're 2 years old is when you very first start trying to emotionally manipulate your parents. Come on now. It don't take a goddamn genius to figure out how to emotionally manipulate somebody. Okay? Is that little 2-3-year-old who's trying to throw a temper tantrum and make their parents feel guilty, are they planning all that out strategically? No, they're not. It's the reptilian part of your brain, you know? So, yeah, don't overthink this idiot. They're not that complex. They're not that deep. Now, that's my personal advice. Let's see what advice wants to come through, though. What advice wants to come through for Leo in regards to the past person? Don't put your life on hold waiting around on this person. But also, I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't get into a relationship just to try to replace this person. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. I do think that at some point, a conversation is going to need to be had between you and this person, but only when you are 1,000% sure that boundaries are set. This person needs to be taught a lesson. And that lesson is you have no control over me. I don't know what it is in 2025 where people are trying to have control over their partner. Why the fuck do you want to be with somebody that you have to fucking control? What's the fucking point? You know? What is the point? I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying generally, you know, how many people are out there like that? Why do you want to be with somebody that you have to control? Do you think the universe is such a moron that it picked a life partner for you that you have to control? And if you don't control them, they're going to fucking go off and do something stupid? No, that's not the one person the universe picked for you. So this person needs to know you ain't got no control over me. You're not going to get the reaction out of me you're trying to get. You're not going to get me to do what you want me to do. It ain't going to happen. They need to know that. They need to know that. They need to know that. So a conversation, I think, before 2025 is over, a conversation needs to be had between you and this person, but I don't think that's anytime soon. I really don't. So honestly, that outcome that came out in the very beginning, I think it's happening the way it's supposed to. They're going to reach out when it's too late. And you probably won't even want to fucking talk to them. And that's totally fine. Totally fine. But later on in the year, I think y'all going to need to have a little talky talk just to clear the shit out. So, all right. Now, the new person. New person Leo recently connected with. Is Leo still on the same timeline with the new person? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? How's Leo's timeline looking for the new person? Knight of Pentacles, moving kind of slow. Death card, moving real slow. Things are moving slow as hell. Ace of Pentacles. Things are moving slower than hell between the two of you. Slower than hell. Well, I tell you what, one thing I'm not seeing is a really, really deep, passionate, emotional connection. Not really. And honestly, I think you're not even really 100% sure whether or not you want to put forth all of your work, energy, emotions, and effort towards this situation. I think it makes you a little bit nervous. But there's still a really strong energetic tie between you and this person. So while you're unsure if you want to commit to this, at the same time, you're having a hard time walking away from this. So that's one interesting, energetic, and emotional conundrum you're finding yourself in here. Some of you dealing with a Scorpio. I also have Cancer. I don't see separation happening, though. Some of you dealing with a Saggy. I'm not seeing separation happening, though. But things are just moving slow as hell. But you still feel a really intense connection with this person. You feel a really strong sense of soul recognition. You know, I use that phrase all the time, and in my personal readings and on Zoom calls, every time I have a Zoom call with somebody, it becomes more and more clear that people don't understand what I mean when I say that. Soul recognition. You know that feeling when you feel like you've known somebody, but you just don't know where. You look familiar, but I don't know where I've seen you from. I feel like I've known you my whole life, but I just met you. Soul recognition. That's your soul remembering what you planned before you came in here. That's what that means. Your soul is recognizing the person, not your mind, not your ego brain. Your soul is recognizing the person that when you all were together pre-birth, right? When you picked your character, they picked their character, and y'all were planning how you were going to come together and what you were going to do, you know, and you were planning your life. That burned the images into your mind of things that were going to play out, and your soul is remembering that. Does that make sense? Okay. Well, let's look at their feelings, their energies, and their intentions. New person in Leo's life in February. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Judgment. Okay, so there's a lot there repressing. Hang on. Oh, yeah, they got their guard up. Okay. See, they feel the same connection with you. Karmic wheel reverse came out in the last spread. That's what I'm talking about here. You all have a karmic contract. So karmic contracts are notoriously more challenging than other soul contracts. Why? Because of that strong feeling of soul recognition. Okay. Coming together with a past life karmic soulmate is no different than reconciling with your ex. It's energetically the exact same thing. So imagine you was to reconcile with an ex right now. Imagine you and your ex was to come together. If you and your ex came together right now, all these feelings and energies would bubble up to the surface between the two of you, right? But that would make perfect sense because you remember when that energy was created. It was just created a few months ago, right? Well, guess what? That energy doesn't go anywhere. Ever. Ever. You carry it into the next lifetime. So when we come together in this lifetime and we created that energy in the last lifetime, the same energy bubbles up to the surface between the two of us. But the ego brain doesn't understand why, because this ego wasn't there when it was created. So what happens? It triggers their defenses and scares the shit out of them because they're not used to feeling a connection this intense. So it scares them. What happens when your ego brain finds itself in a situation it's never been in before? It goes into defense mode to try to keep you safe. So this person has good intentions. They do, okay? And y'all know I'd tell you if they don't. You know that, right? Do I got any new faces in here? Anybody who's never seen me before or never watched one of my videos, doesn't know nothing about me? Well, if there's any new faces in here, I got a warning for you. If you like cute, fluffy, sugar-sprinkled tarot card readings, you're on the wrong fucking channel. I tell the truth in my readings. I read what comes through. There's a lot of people out there that hate me. People get mad at me all the fucking time. If you want me to tell you what you want to hear, you may as well click off this video. I read what actually comes through. The good, the bad, the ugly, and everything. Okay? So, you know I'm going to tell you if I see some bad intentions. If I think this person is a lying, deceitful, sneaky little fuckwad, I'm going to tell you that straight up. Okay? So when I say I don't see any bad intentions, I mean it. I don't see bad intentions in this person. I really don't. I think that they're just trying to keep themselves emotionally detached because the connection is so intense it scares them. Right? But is that a good way to handle it? No. So just because they don't have bad intentions, does that mean that they're doing good things? Not necessarily. It's not the smartest way to handle a connection like this, but they're not playing games with you. So it's not like they're manipulating you or lying to you or using you. They're just trying to keep themselves safe because they've never felt a connection this strong. So, all right. Okie dokie. Well, I guess let's just get the advice on this. Let's get the advice on this. What's the advice for Leo with the new person? Woohoo! Three of Swords. Hang on. King of Cups reversed. King of Wands, Two of Wands. So don't make a solid decision just yet. Karmic wheel reversed again for the third time in a row, dude. So, okay. I haven't given this little lecture in a while. So, how do you prove to somebody that you're not going to do to them what the last person did? How do you prove that? How do you prove it? You can't just tell them. You can tell them till your face turns blue and the cows come home. I ain't going to do you like that. I'm one in a million. You ain't never met nobody like me. But we've all heard that shit. Every last one of us in here has had somebody swear up and down and all the way around on their mama's grave that they ain't going to do you like that. And then what do? They turn around and fucking do it, right? They do exactly what they said they wasn't going to do. So we've all heard that. So how do you prove it? Time. Time, patience, and consistency. You got to show up and show out. Be who you say you are. Do what you say you gonna do. Your actions match up with your words. Your words match up with your actions. When I say meet me at the restaurant at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna show up at 3:45. I keep my fucking word. I say what I mean what I say, day after day after day after day after day after day after day. If you can maintain that integrity for a long, drawn-out, extended period of time, a person will see that. Oh, damn, you really are the real deal, aren't you? Okay. Maybe you really won't do me like the last person did. Because most people today don't have any fucking integrity. They just don't. You know, they say one thing, they do something totally different. You know, meet me at the restaurant at 4, they show up at fucking 4:30. Can't fucking count on nobody, right? So when you actually show somebody that you mean business, people take that seriously because it's so hard to find in today's day and age. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can work through this. They just need to know that you mean business. And they have to see it. And you have to be patient while they see it. All right, now, let's see what's coming in next. Next person coming in. Are we on the same timeline? If timelines changed, did they change for the better or for the worse? Next person coming in. Next person coming in for Leo. How's this timeline looking? Next person coming in. Ooh. You might end up connecting with somebody that's really, really busy. Didn't that come out for y'all already? I know it came out for some sign a week or two ago. All right. Empress reversed. Ooh, Ten of Swords, Queen of... Okay, so the next... Oh, wow, okay. Wow, okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so this next person you connect with, I got a real specific message here. Real specific. They gave up on love. They completely gave up on it. So they have thrown in the white towel and given up on ever finding a divine life partner. So they've overcompensated by keeping themselves extremely fucking busy. Busy. For some of you, you may be dealing with somebody that works 2 jobs. The Two of Pentacles reversed actually is when you're too fucking busy. This person might have a little bit too much on their plate. Working 3 fucking jobs, you know, and taking care of all this other bullshit. Too much on their plate to overcompensate for the fact that they've just given up on ever finding love. So that's kind of what you're being faced with here. But I do think that something about you is making them take a second look at things. Okay. All right, some of y'all have a Pisces headed your way. I also have Taurus, 2 Taurus cards here. Okay, let's see if we can dig up their intentions at a deeper level. What are their deepest intentions? Next person coming in for Leo. What are their deepest feelings and intentions? 6 of Cups again. That's so weird. I like this deck, but the 6 of Cups has 8 of Cups vibes, you know? That's how they should have done the 8 of Cups. Anyway. So, hang on. See, 9 of Cups reversed. That came out in the last spread. They are lonely. They do want to be with somebody at the deepest level, but I don't even think this person really truly believes that they deserve it. I think that this person was in a relationship that fucking destroyed their self-esteem and destroyed their outlook on love altogether. So somebody messed this person up. Now, I get it. We've all been there. But it's still their responsibility to heal their shit. Just saying, don't you ever let anybody talk you into believing that they have a license to treat you like shit just because they didn't fucking heal. Oh no. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different time. I don't think this person is going to treat you badly. I just think that they are carrying so much vibrational baggage and overcompensating by keeping themselves extremely fucking busy because they just have given up on ever finding love. Given up on it. But I think that if they thought for a minute that it was possible, they'd be all on it. Because at the deepest level, that's what they really wanted. At the deepest level. They just gave up on it. Okay. Let's get the advice on this. Let's get the advice. Because to pull an outcome spread on that would have to get so deep and intricate. Let's just get the advice. Well, same thing. First of all, don't let it turn into a sex-based connection. But the same thing I told you in the last portion of the reading. Patience and time. Patience and time and patience. Patience and time and patience. If you can be patient with this person, you all could build a life partnership. If you don't feel like fucking with that bullshit, well, then just walk away, because if you try too hard to make it work a certain way and you can't be patient and let things unfold, it'll turn into a toxic, nasty, fucked up shit show. So I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. It all depends on what you think is worth it in here. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Now, I have an important announcement to make, y'all. I made this at the beginning of the video, and a lot of you weren't here. This just came up. I'm making a temporary change to my personal readings right now, okay? I got a little bit of stuff going on behind the scenes. So until further notice, I am only doing weekly live $25 readings once a week and same day 24-hour readings only. Okay. So with all the other stuff, 2-day reading, 3-day reading, all those things, I got to take those off for now. So once a week, I'm going to be going live and doing readings for $25. Okay. And that's going to be over on my other channel. And if you need a reading in 24 hours, I'm doing those as well, okay? So the information for scheduling personal readings is in the description. Also, don't forget, I have my course, How to Attract Your Life Partner, available on my website in light of Valentine's Day until the end of February. Everything is in the description, okay? All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey.